teams favored to win Super Bowl 54. So Westgate Superbook has the Chiefs as favorites to win it all at 6-1. The Saints, Rams, and Pats are tied for second at 8-1. Max, which team has a better chance to get back to the Super Bowl? Would it be L.A. or New England? It's
actually New England. I mean, look, I agree with the odds. I think Kansas City should be favored. Listen, without that pre-snap penalty, they're in the Super Bowl, not the Patriots this year, and I expect Kansas City to get better. But once again, look at the structure of things, right? Are the Rams necessarily going to be better than the Saints, or even like a team like the Vikings if they could get it together, or who knows, however many other teams in the NFC next year? I don't know. We'll see. But the Patriots will once again have the following scenario because of the division they play in. The sorry Jets, Bills, and Dolphins. Here's the scenario. The Patriots will have 2 weeks with Bill Belichick to prepare for some other team that didn't win their division. So they're going to be coming off a bye, and they'll have to win a single home game off a bye. So in other words, the Patriots are highly likely to be in the AFC Championship game again. That alone makes the odds that they get back to the Super Bowl better than the Rams.
Well, for me personally, I don't know why the hell the Pittsburgh Steelers are on that list. They need to get their act together before they even belong on that list, to be quite honest with you. I'm just going to side with the odds makers in terms of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the acquisition of Steve Spagnuolo as your defensive coordinator is huge. Bob Sutton is somebody, with all due respect, who should have been going at least a couple of years ago. The Kansas City Chiefs defense has been horrid over the last couple of years, and I think in this particular season it cost them a trip to the Super Bowl, penalties notwithstanding. And I look at Patrick Mahomes and what he brings to the table, and I shouldn't just say their defense. Their defense, along with Kareem Hunt. Let's not absolve him from his transgressions. Even despite their defensive woes, there's a legitimate argument that could be made. Despite Damian Williams performing the way that he did, the reality is that if you look at Kareem Hunt and what he brings to the table, if he had not gotten exiled from the Kansas City Chiefs and the National Football League because of his transgressions off the field, one could argue they could have easily been in the Super Bowl yesterday, and we would have had a rematch of that epic encounter between them and the Los Angeles Rams in the Super Bowl, which everybody and their mother would have wanted to see after a 54-51 win by the Rams in Los Angeles months ago. And so I look at it from that standpoint. I think about Patrick Mahomes, Watkins, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and these boys. And if you give them any shred of a defense, I see them making noise next year and ending New England's 3-year reign throughout the AFC to the Super Bowl. 3 consecutive years they've gone to the Super Bowl. I think it comes to an end next year.
I'm going to go with the New England Patriots again for some of the reasons that Max alluded to. Number one, the easiest way to get to the postseason is by winning your division. And when you look at the AFC East, you have the Jets, Bills, and Dolphins. 2 of those teams have new coaches, and one is still in rebuilding mode in the Buffalo Bills. So right off the bat, that's advantageous for the New England Patriots. I also look at with the Patriots, they got 12 draft picks in this upcoming draft. They're going to have an opportunity to add a bunch more talent to this roster right here. So while everyone was talking about, the New England Patriots has slipped off, and rightfully so, they went 3-5 on the road this year. They're going to have an opportunity to replenish their roster and come back even stronger next year. So I'm not betting against the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots.
That's insane. Think about, Damien, what you just said. They were 3-5 on the road. They slipped. Tom Brady was dead last against the blitz among starting quarterbacks. They slipped. Josh Gordon, they add him to the team, and then they lose him. And they just won the Super Bowl again. The insane thing about Belichick and this dynasty is the end of the dynasty, and it hasn't ended yet. The last 5 years, they're in 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls. They've won 3. They've never been this dominant, and yet they seem more vulnerable. And now Belichick has 12 draft picks. It's insane. Of course, they're going to be in the AFC Championship game again next year. They have a better chance of getting back to the Super Bowl than anyone.